Hello, and welcome back everyone, to another thoughtful episode of Speak to Evolve, where words inspire change, and ideas spark transformation. I'm your host, Ira, and today we are diving into a topic that concerns every living being on this planet, global warming. It's no longer just a prediction, it's our reality. Rising temperatures, melting glaciers, erratic weather, we've seen it all. But what does it really mean for our future, and is there still time to make a change? To explore this pressing issue, I'm honored to be joined by Smith, an environmental researcher, educator, and voice for sustainability. Smith, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Ira. It's a pleasure to join you, especially to discuss something as urgent and vital as global warming. I believe every conversation like this adds to the momentum for real change.
Smith, let's begin right at the root. For many, global warming feels like a distant, or even vague concept. Can you explain what it truly means, in simple, everyday terms?
Of course. Global warming refers to the long-term rise in Earth's average temperature, mostly due to human activities like burning fossil fuels and deforestation. It's not just about hotter summers, it's about disrupting the natural balance of our entire planet.
That paints a clearer picture. Now, we often hear the term climate change used interchangeably. Is there a difference, or are they essentially the same?
They're related, but not identical. Global warming is one aspect of climate change. Climate change includes all shifts in weather patterns, such as floods, droughts, or storms, and global warming is a key driver behind those shifts.
Let's talk about impact. We've all seen footage of wildfires, floods, and collapsing ice shelves. But for the average person, what are some immediate effects they might already be experiencing, perhaps without even realizing?
Great question. Many are already facing rising food prices due to unpredictable farming conditions, increased allergies from changing pollen seasons, and more frequent heat waves. Even the spread of certain diseases is linked to a warming climate.
It's sobering. And I suppose the challenge becomes, how do we not feel overwhelmed by it all? Where do you believe this sense of helplessness comes from?
It often comes from scale. The issue feels too big. But the truth is, small actions add up. When people feel they have no control, they disengage. The key is to reconnect action with outcome. Even if it's small, it still matters.
That leads beautifully into my next question. What are some realistic, daily actions that individuals, families, or even schools can adopt to reduce their carbon footprint?
Start with energy. Switch off unused lights, reduce heating or cooling, opt for energy-efficient appliances. Use public transport, reduce meat consumption, recycle consciously. And perhaps most importantly, talk about it. Awareness spreads action.
I love that, awareness spreads action. Smith, when it comes to big industries and governments, people often feel they hold the real power. Are policies shifting fast enough to meet this crisis?
Some progress is happening. Countries are setting net zero targets and moving towards renewables. But overall, it's not fast enough. The pace of political change still lags behind the urgency that science demands.
Do you think climate justice plays a role here? How do global warming and inequality intersect?
Absolutely. Those who contribute the least to the problem, often the poorest nations, suffer the most from its effects. Climate justice means ensuring fair solutions that protect everyone, not just the wealthy or powerful.
Let's zoom out for a moment. If things continue the way they are, what are some of the long-term consequences we might face, say, in the next 50 years?
We could see sea levels rise enough to displace millions, more extreme weather events, biodiversity loss on a massive scale, and even food and water scarcity. It's not science fiction, it's science fact, unless we act.
And if we do act, if global cooperation, innovation, and awareness align, what does a hopeful future look like?
It looks like cleaner air, healthier cities, thriving ecosystems, and a more resilient, fair world. The solutions exist, it's about choosing to implement them now, not later.
That brings a breath of hope. On a personal note, Smith, what keeps you going in this fight? What fuels your optimism?
It's the young people, the communities rising up, the innovation, and the resilience of nature. Every time someone makes a change, or asks a question like today, it adds up. That momentum keeps me going.
Before we close, what's one message you'd like our listeners to carry with them today?
That your actions matter, even the smallest decisions. What you eat, what you buy, how you travel, ripple outward. You're not powerless, you're part of the solution.
That's powerful. Smith, thank you deeply for sharing your time, your knowledge, and your heart with us today.
Thank you, Ira. It's been a real pleasure having this conversation.
To everyone listening, remember, change begins not just with action, but with awareness. If this episode made you pause, reflect, or feel something, that's the beginning. We'll be back next week with another engaging topic and a new guest. Until then, stay curious, stay kind, and always, speak to evolve. Take care. Hello, and welcome.